Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome. Welcome to the Art of Well-Being with Alicia. Very good to see you. And today we are talking about subject of multi-passion, or why we're struggling to stick to one particular field. And don't worry, you're not alone in this. I actually struggled with this myself for quite a while, and I think it's just a very common thing with millennials. It's a very common thing in our age when everyone is doing something, they have side projects, and it's normal to question yourself about, well, can I actually commit to one field? Do I actually want to work for one company, or maybe I want to work for multiple? I also have those kind of side projects and passions, hobbies, and I also want to turn it into money maker. So how do I navigate all of this? How do I actually figure out what is my calling and actually start making money from it? So if that's your thing, please stay tuned, because I'm gonna share my point of view on that. Okay, so why does it happen? I think that there are some things which we are given at birth, and there are certain talents which we are naturally having, and then as we grow up we sort of unveil them and discover them and improve them. And it's normal, if you don't know it right from the beginning. Even as a child, you like to play toys, maybe you like to paint, maybe you like to do some music, right? It's not that you did exactly the same thing all day long every day, right? You had multiple passions, you had multiple hobbies, you showed interest in multiple things. So when we grow up and we ask ourselves, well, what do I want to be, right? That's a good time for me to make a commitment. We tend to get sort of terrified of that. Well, if I pick this, what if I change my mind and then I wasted all this time? Which is absolutely normal. I got a degree in business economics, and at that time it sounded great for me. I actually thought that I'm gonna succeed at it, but then after graduation I realized that, well, that's not something I want to do. And even now, as having started my own business as a life coach, I still have my other passions. I still work in digital marketing. I'm still very passionate about it. I also write a book. I also have a blog. I also have another YouTube channel. I also write a bunch of content for social media on a daily basis, and I occasionally help out other people with their social media projects. And I just, there is a lot of things going on in my life, and it doesn't mean that I am not passionate about one thing or other. It just means that I have multiple passions and I want to fulfill myself in all of those passions. But here is another thing. A lot of people think that all of their hobbies have to bring the result which results into money earnings. And this is where the mistake comes. Not all of your hobbies have to be monetized, right? Because it's just quite impossible. You need to pick something what you like and what you're good at, which can also allow you to earn money. And then if that doesn't work out, there are multiple reasons why it didn't work out. Maybe you weren't passionate to begin with, maybe there was not a good strategy, or you just didn't really know how to monetize it. So there's multiple things. But you can always switch to another thing, and that's absolutely fine. We grow, we outgrow certain things, we learn new things. So it's always, always progress comes with change. So it's fine. But also you tend to think, well, that's all great, but I also need a career. And that's exactly why you cannot make all of your hobbies your career. You have to pick one. And it's okay if you change it down the road, but for the time being you have to focus on something. You can still do your passion projects, but you have to have a source of income. So I tell my clients, I discuss with many people who have a similar issue, that you don't have to give up what you like to do, you know. Let's say you really enjoy having your own podcast, but at this time you also have this another thing, maybe, you know, your 9 to 5 job, which you enjoy doing, and that's a very important part, you know. I want you to be passionate about what you're doing, but also, you know, your podcast takes away too much time, and also you thinking, well, but I want to make money out of podcast, and if I want to make money out of it, then that's going to affect my 9 to 5 job. Then you have to make a decision. What is a bigger priority for you? Do you want to make money through your 9 to 5 job, or maybe you want to sort of reduce your hours and focus on your podcast, you know? And there is no guarantees when it comes to, you know, making our hobbies, making our passions into money makers, but I guess it's worth trying if you are certain about it, if you're really passionate about it, if you're good at it, right? So once again, just to remind yourself, what is the thing you should be looking for when you're actually looking for a career? So number one, you have to be 100% passionate about it. Number two, that you have to be very, very good at it. If nobody ever told you that you're a good listener, probably you shouldn't be an interviewer or a podcast host or whatever has to do with people. Or if nobody ever told you that you have an eye for fashion, probably being a fashion designer is not your thing. And number three is you have to be dedicated, right? It's great to be passionate about it, it's great to be good at it, but you also have to dedicate some time and effort into it. And only then, and then only, you will be successful at it. But also, there is another thing to sort of summarize it, that you can still have all of your passions. Passion for writing, passion for art, passion for, I don't know, for accounting. If it's not your main thing, you can still do it on the side, but just don't try to turn every passion into full-time 40 plus hours a week thing. It's just not possible. You're a human being, we have very limited time, and you can always switch fields if you feel a necessity to do so. But try to make side projects as side projects and not as the main thing. So I hope that this has been beneficial for you. If it was, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. I really, really appreciate those. And subscribe to my channel, because there is more and more content coming up. And I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.